Tom's rant. Renewable energy. Doesn't work. Okay, it may work for, like, if you live off the grid, where you're not using a lot of power, solar and wind with your backup batteries and all that. You don't use hardly energy at all. So yeah, that works great. When you have California, which is big on renewables, tells people, don't run your AC and don't charge your electric vehicle because the grid is straining. And you figure not that many electric vehicles are in California. So that's just nuts. Anyway, thanks to the Biden administration, and if you're a Democrat and you love the Biden administration, that means you love these high energy prices. And you may think, oh, okay, well, by getting the high energy prices, it's forcing people to renewables. No, what it's doing is forcing people to pay $4 a gallon for gas. LP is up to like $2.25. Electricity cost is up. Natural gas cost is up. So this winter, when people are going to be trying to heat their home, it's going to cost them a lot more than it did back when energy prices were low, because this country, Trump made us energy independent. Renewable energy, that's all fine and dandy, but you have to make it a gradual thing. You take Germany. Look at Germany. They're like, oh, we want to go 100% renewable. So they've shut down power plants, they've shut down nuclear power plants. Now they are struggling with an energy crisis. The cost of electricity has skyrocketed. They're telling people this winter there's going to be serious issues heating your homes. That's nuts. Okay? So, yeah, I'm all for renewables. I was going to put a generator out here, a wind turbine. Never got around to it. They're all made in China. Well, I don't know if they're all made in China. I'm sure somebody will say, oh, no, you're full of shit. But anyway, you take all of these wind turbines that are being erected everywhere. Here in Michigan, there's a shitload of them just north of here. Those things come from China. China's getting rich off of us. Then you say, okay, well, electric vehicles, great thing. Where do the batteries come from? Most of the batteries come from China. Where do you get the nickel and cadmium, lithium, and all that for batteries? That would be China. So by this country pushing, and Biden administration, all these woke idiots, pushing all this renewable energy crap, it's hurting the country. It's actually hurting the entire world. Not the planet itself, but the people. Now, if you're rich, you don't care, because you're fine. But anyway, point being is renewable energy, it's a great concept, but it doesn't work. At nighttime, do solar panels produce energy? No. Solar panels are extremely unenergy efficient. And before you mouth off and start saying something, look it up. And you'll see that solar panels are very unenergy efficient. Eventually, they'll work out the kinks and they will be able to be more energy efficient. The other problem with solar panels is they take up such a huge amount of space. Now, I'm not talking about putting them on your roof. Okay, I'm talking about trying to support a nation with renewable energy, with the wind turbines and with the solar panels. The other problem with wind turbines is you look at them, well, they're huge. But anyway, as they're turning, you're thinking, well, they're not really moving that fast. Well, that's a deception, because they're so freaking huge that when those blades are turning, you're thinking they're not turning that fast, but in reality, they are like whipping. And if you do a little research, you will find that the edges of the blades, okay, look at it this way. You're driving down the street, okay? I'm not talking about driving and, a car throws up a rock and it hits your windshield, breaks your windshield. I'm talking about just the dust and particles in the air. Look how it pits your headlights, okay? Feel the front of your headlights and you can feel all the pits in it, okay? That's damage mostly done from just dust and crap in the air. So when these wind turbines are whipping, the dirt that's in the air, the sand that's in the air, the dust that's in the air, the pollution that's in the air is hitting those blades, okay? And it's damaging the leading edge of the blades. It's digging into the fiberglass, okay? So now the blades have to be replaced. Then you have turbines that they have out in the offshore, in the oceans. And what's happening with those is the salt spray corrodes them. So look at the cost of maintenance on a lot of the offshore wind turbines. The maintenance is costing these countries a fortune. So no, renewables are good to a point, but they are not at this time. It's not sustainable to have a whole country run on renewable energy. You have to look at the facts. If you don't look at the facts, then you shouldn't leave comments. Look at the facts. Then you can leave a comment. Oh no, this guy's full of shit. That's not true about the salt spray. Well, that's not true about the leading edge of the windmills, of the blades. And when they replace those blades, they cannot be recycled. They're dumped in a landfill. Okay? Now the generators, you can absolutely, scrap those out and reuse the materials. But fiberglass blades can't be recycled. Okay? Cat just jumped up. There you go. Anyway, so renewable energy, it's a good idea, but at this time, a country cannot sustain its power needs with renewable energy. That doesn't make me against renewable energy. It just makes me against stupidity, because countries can't survive on it. All you have to do is look at Germany, and then, okay, with renewable energies, well, this is getting off track a little bit. When Trump was in office, we were energy independent. Well, he told Germany, if you look back, he made a speech and talking about how Europe relies on Russia for their energy, gas, natural gas, heating oil, whatever. So they're relying on Russia, okay? And if you look at the video, when he did that speech, I don't remember what year it was, but when he did that speech, it took a quick flash at the German delegation. They were all sitting there laughing at President Trump. Oh, this guy's an idiot. Well, guess what? They're not laughing now, are they? Russia shut down the pipeline again, going into Europe for maintenance. That's causing problems because guess what? The energy prices are going up, up, and up. Worldwide, energy prices are spiking. When Trump was in, whether you like Trump or not, I don't really care. But when Trump was in, this was an energy independent country. Everything was great. The economy was strong. Energy prices were low. Unemployment was low. Anyway, no need to go into all that. But anyway, the country was strong. The country was energy independent. We were actually selling crude oil, natural gas, LP to other countries, which I was totally against. Okay? I did not like that. Our energy should be kept in this country. You have idiot Biden, White House, depleting our national reserves. Those national reserves of fuel, of oil, crude oil, natural gas, gasoline, whatever, that is there for an emergency. Not to bring gas prices down from $5 a gallon down to $4 a gallon so they can sit up there in the White House and say, see, we brought gas prices down. It's down by $1. Well, you brought it up by $3 a gallon. So you're taking credit for bringing it down $1, but it's still $2 higher than what it was 4 years ago. So that makes no sense at all. In depleting our national reserves, people don't remember back in the 70s when the oil embargo hit. Okay, I was in the military then. When the oil embargo hit, it screwed us, right? Because there were lines for people waiting to get gasoline because they couldn't get gasoline, and their prices spiked. It went up to $1 or $1.25 or whatever, which is, you look back at that and you go, oh, come on, what was wrong with $1.25? Well, when you're used to paying 70, 80 cents a gallon, yeah, when it hit $1.25, yeah, that was bad. So anyway, at that time, they said, you know what, we got to do something with this national reserve so in case this ever happens again. So President Trump, when our fuel prices were low because we're pumping a ridiculous amount of oil, he filled the national reserves. Now Biden is depleting the national reserves, which is there for an emergency. This is not an emergency. This is election time, so he's trying to get prices down so people will be stupid enough to vote. And as soon as that's done, the national reserves are going to be empty, are basically depleted, or close to being depleted, then prices are going to spike again. So anyway, we need to produce, even Musk, okay, and he's big on electric cars. Even Musk has said we need to produce more gas, more oil here in this country, and he's right. All right, it's just ridiculous that we're importing, hey sweetie, we're importing oil, crude oil, from foreign countries. When 2 years ago, we were exporting it to foreign countries. Now we're importing it. And they're trying to force their whole renewable energy. Well, this winter, Americans are going to be suffering. Germany, northern Germany, has already told the people, expect blackouts and shortages this coming winter. It's not even winter yet. And they're already telling their people, yeah, you're basically going to get screwed this winter. So the whole renewable thing is not working. You can look up all the facts you want and you can say all the crap you want, but the bottom line is, if you actually do research on all these countries that have switched to renewable energy, how damaging it is, and we're cutting our, you got to get rid of fossil fuels. We're cutting production using fossil fuels. When Trump was in, we actually increased the quality of our air in the United States while he was in office. Most people don't know that because you know why? They don't research. Research is important. Why do you think scientists do research? Why do you think engineers do research? Okay? Research, proper research, not one-sided research. But anyway, that's my thought on renewable energy. It just really isn't reliable at this time. Last winter, Texas got hit with that ice storm, shut everything down, all the wind turbines froze up and that, and they were screwed in Texas last winter. California's always having problems with brownouts, and now everybody, you got to switch to electric vehicles, that's impractical, but that's going to be another video that I'm going to do right after this one. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for watching. I've had a couple of comments by the one guy, I don't know who he is, that didn't make any sense. He was saying something about mocking Republicans or something, but yet it was under my Draco drop light. And then he said something about my shed, which isn't a shed, it's a garage, was full of China-made tools. And I don't know, his comment didn't make any sense. But you can't buy American-made tools. I mean, I'm sure you can. But anyway, buy American, that's a whole nother video there because we don't make much here. But anyway, and you know, basically by going renewable, you're making China more rich. Because that's where the, well, I already said the batteries and all. But anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate anybody watching my videos. If you want to subscribe, hit the B in the bottom right-hand corner. Hit the subscribe bell, and it'll notify you whenever I upload a new video. Do appreciate everybody watching my videos. Whether you like them or not, I don't really care. What you click is considered a watch. And I'm up to like 55,600 and some views. Subscribers, I think it's 96. It went up from it was 98, then it dropped down to 96. One guy got a little bent because I had a Trump hat on. What does that matter? If I would have had a Biden hat on, he would have watched the video, but he didn't watch the video because I had a Trump hat on, even though he would have learned something and it would have helped him. He didn't watch it because I had a Trump hat on, but if I had a Biden hat on, he would have. That is totally ridiculous, but I'm getting off track. Anyway, renewables don't work for a nation, okay? Needs more work. You can slowly transition to it, but doing what all these other countries done has screwed them and screwed their citizens. Anyway, thanks for watching.